The narrative of financial turmoil among the affluent and celebrated has always been a compelling subject, drawing the keen interest of enthusiasts and the scrutiny of glossy magazines alike. In the zenith of his career, Burt Reynolds commanded staggering sums, reaping a lavish $10 million for each cinematic endeavor, and presided over the sprawling expanse of a 153-acre estate nestled in the verdant landscapes of South Florida. However, the glittering facade of his opulence was gradually eroded, leaving his assets perilously depleted by the time he passed away at the venerable age of 82. His extravagant living, failed ventures, a hefty divorce settlement, and a string of ill-fated investments drove him to declare bankruptcy under Chapter 11 in 1996. To delve deeper into the tragic decline of Burt Reynolds, be sure not to overlook this video. In the vibrant decades of the 70s and 80s, Burt Reynolds emerged as one of Hollywood's most iconic and bankable stars. Riding high on a wave of success, Reynolds found himself not only dominating the silver screen, but also venturing into other creative endeavors that would solidify his legacy. With a string of blockbuster hits under his belt, Reynolds leveraged his fame and fortune to embark on entrepreneurial ventures, one of the most notable being the establishment of a dinner theater in Jupiter, Florida, where he resided. This endeavor wasn't merely a business venture for Reynolds, it was a manifestation of his love for the performing arts and a commitment to his community. The dinner theater became a cultural hub in Jupiter, drawing both locals and tourists alike. Reynolds, a consummate showman, took a hands-on approach, personally curating productions and even starring in some alongside his esteemed Hollywood colleagues. This wasn't just a place to catch a show. It was an experience, a melding of entertainment, fine dining, and camaraderie. Despite its cultural significance, the theater faced financial challenges, as is often the case with artistic endeavors. While it only turned a profit for 2 of its 10 years in operation, its impact on the community far outweighed its financial success. Reynolds, undeterred by financial setbacks, poured his heart and soul into the theater, ensuring that each production was a testament to his passion for the craft. Reynolds's star power was at its zenith during this period, commanding salaries that were unprecedented at the time. Earning upwards of $10 million annually, he became one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood. This staggering sum, when adjusted for inflation, translates to over $33 million in today's currency, underscoring the magnitude of his earnings and his influence in the industry. In a candid interview with Vanity Fair in 2015, Reynolds revealed the harsh realities of his financial journey, admitting to losses that seemed unfathomable. Despite his fame and success, Reynolds found himself facing substantial financial losses, largely due to a combination of ill-fated investments and personal misfortunes. Among the most notable were his investments in restaurant chains, which ultimately proved disastrous, resulting in losses totaling around $20 million. Reynolds' lack of attentiveness to these investments, combined with the volatile nature of the restaurant industry, contributed to this substantial financial blow. However, it wasn't just business ventures that took a toll on Reynolds' finances. His personal life, particularly his marriage to actress Loni Anderson, added another layer of complexity to his financial woes. Anderson's extravagant spending habits became a source of contention, with Reynolds recounting how she could effortlessly max out a credit card with a staggering $45,000 limit in a mere half hour. An alarming testament to her lavish lifestyle. The dissolution of Reynolds and Anderson's marriage further exacerbated his financial troubles. Their divorce proceedings were highly publicized and contentious, resulting in a significant financial settlement that further depleted Reynolds' resources. While the exact details of the settlement remain private, it is widely acknowledged that Reynolds experienced considerable financial strain as a result. Following his highly publicized divorce from Loni Anderson and the subsequent financial settlement, Burt Reynolds found himself facing a stark reality. He was left with just $5 million of his once vast fortune. The revelation that he had signed a prenuptial agreement likely added salt to the wound, as it limited his ability to retain more of his assets. In the aftermath of the divorce, Reynolds was forced to make difficult decisions to salvage what remained of his financial stability. He was compelled to part ways with the majority of his real estate holdings, including the cherished theater he had established in Jupiter, Florida. Additionally, Reynolds found himself reluctantly auctioning off a substantial portion of his personal belongings and memorabilia, items that held sentimental value but now served as a means of financial survival. Among the casualties of Reynolds's financial turmoil was his waterfront home, a symbol of his success and status in Hollywood. With his assets being liquidated, the property was ultimately purchased by a friend of his, a gesture that offered a glimmer of reprieve amidst the chaos. Remarkably, this friend extended a lifeline to Reynolds, allowing him to remain in the home while paying minimal rent, a gesture of generosity that provided a semblance of stability during a tumultuous period. Burt Reynolds' journey to Hollywood stardom was a remarkable evolution from his humble beginnings as a college athlete with dreams of law enforcement to his eventual discovery of a passion for acting that would catapult him to fame and acclaim. During his time at Florida State University, Reynolds was known for his prowess on the football field, harboring aspirations of pursuing a career in law enforcement. However, fate had other plans in store for him. A pivotal moment came when Reynolds found himself performing Shakespeare for an English class, a seemingly innocuous assignment that would ultimately alter the course of his life. It was here that he discovered an unexpected talent and passion for acting, igniting a spark within him that would set him on a new trajectory. Embracing his newfound calling, Reynolds immersed himself in the world of theater, honing his craft and captivating audiences with his charisma and presence on stage. His talent soon caught the attention of casting agents, leading to his foray into television in the late 1950s. Reynolds' early television roles served as stepping stones, allowing him to showcase his versatility and charm as an actor while laying the groundwork for his future success. In 1965, Reynolds made his silver screen debut in the low-budget film Operation CIA, marking his first foray into the world of cinema. Though the film may have been modest in scale, it provided Reynolds with invaluable experience and exposure, setting the stage for what was to come. However, it wasn't until 7 years later that Reynolds would truly make his mark on the big screen with his breakthrough role in the 1972 film Deliverance. Directed by John Boorman, Deliverance was a gritty and intense thriller that showcased Reynolds' depth and range as an actor, earning him widespread critical acclaim and establishing him as a bona fide leading man in Hollywood. Burt Reynolds' romantic entanglements were intricately woven into the fabric of his storied acting career, creating a narrative as rich and complex as the characters he portrayed on screen. From whirlwind romances to enduring partnerships, Reynolds' love life was a source of fascination and speculation throughout his life. In 1963, Reynolds took his first plunge into matrimony with actor Judy Carn, marking the beginning of a tumultuous journey in matters of the heart. Despite the initial promise of their union, the marriage was short-lived, culminating in divorce just 2 years later. Their brief yet impactful partnership served as a harbinger of the romantic twists and turns that would come to define Reynolds' personal life. In the years that followed, Reynolds found himself in the company of several high-profile partners, including singers Dinah Shore and Tammy Wynette. Yet, it was his relationship with fellow actor Sally Field that captured the public's imagination and left an indelible mark on both their lives. Starring together in multiple films, including the iconic Smokey and the Bandit series, Reynolds and Field shared an undeniable chemistry on and off screen. Theirs was a connection forged in the fires of Hollywood, a bond that transcended mere acting and delved into the realm of genuine affection. Despite the depth of their relationship, Reynolds and Field never formalized their union in marriage, opting instead to navigate the complexities of love and fame on their own terms. Theirs was a partnership defined by mutual respect and admiration, tempered by the realities of life in the spotlight. However, it was Reynolds's subsequent marriage to actor Lonnie Anderson that would become one of the most prominent chapters in his romantic saga. Tying the knot with Anderson, another of his co-stars, Reynolds embarked on a new chapter of his personal life, one that would be marked by both triumph and tribulation. Both Field and Anderson were accomplished actors in their own right, each carving out their own paths to success before crossing paths with Reynolds. Field's journey in acting began in the early 1960s, much like Reynolds's, as she made her mark on television before transitioning to film. Her talent and dedication to her craft earned her recognition and acclaim, setting the stage for her eventual collaboration with Reynolds. Their paths first crossed in 1976, igniting a passionate romance that would see them starring together in 4 films, including the iconic Smokey and the Bandit series, The End, and Hooper. Their on-screen chemistry translated seamlessly into real life, captivating audiences and cementing their status as one of Hollywood's most beloved couples. Despite their undeniable connection, Reynolds and Field's relationship was not without its challenges. The pressures of fame and the demands of their respective careers ultimately took their toll, leading to their decision to part ways in 1980. Yet, their bond proved resilient, with the couple engaging in an on-again, off-again relationship until finally calling it quits in 1982. Theirs was a love story marked by passion and intensity, a brief yet unforgettable chapter in both their lives. In 1983, Reynolds's path intersected with that of Lonnie Anderson on the set of Stroker Ace, sparking a connection that would ultimately redefine his romantic journey. Though they initially kept their relationship platonic, it wasn't until 1988 that they officially embarked on a romantic partnership. Despite the initial excitement surrounding their union, cracks soon began to appear in their relationship, exacerbated by rumors of Reynolds's alleged abusive behavior towards Anderson. Their marriage, which seemed to hold promise on the surface, quickly unraveled under the strain of Reynolds's infidelity and the tumultuous nature of their union. Reynolds's betrayal, coupled with the strain of their tumultuous relationship, led to the eventual dissolution of their marriage, marking yet another tumultuous chapter in Reynolds's romantic saga. Burt Reynolds's enduring love for Sally Field remained a poignant thread woven throughout the tapestry of his life. A love that, despite the passage of time and the onset of other relationships, lingered as a bittersweet reminder of what could have been. Reynolds' candid reflections on his relationship with Field offered a glimpse into the depths of his regret and longing, shedding light on the complexities of love and loss in the tumultuous landscape of Hollywood. Reynolds' sentiments were perhaps most poignantly expressed in his admission that one of his greatest regrets was not seizing the opportunity to marry Field when he had the chance. As he approached the twilight years of his life, Reynolds found himself grappling with the weight of his decision to let go of what he perceived as the love of his life. In interviews and public statements, he spoke of Field with a mixture of reverence and sorrow, acknowledging her profound impact on his heart and soul. Despite the passage of decades and the onset of other relationships, Reynolds's feelings for Field remained undiminished. He spoke of missing her terribly and lamented the choices that led to their separation. Even as he forged new connections and became a father to children with other women, Reynolds found himself haunted by the specter of what might have been. A love left unfulfilled, a connection left unresolved. In his candid moments, Reynolds acknowledged the folly of his decision to let go of Field, recognizing it as a foolish and regrettable choice that continued to haunt him to his final days. The depth of his affection for Field transcended the boundaries of time and circumstance, serving as a poignant reminder of the enduring power of love and the complexities of human relationships. Following her separation from Burt Reynolds, Field found solace and companionship in the arms of Alan Griezmann, a union that would ultimately redefine her personal journey. Field's marriage to Griezmann marked a new chapter in her life, one filled with hope and the promise of a fresh start. Together, they embarked on a journey of love and partnership, eventually welcoming a child into their lives, a testament to the enduring power of love and the resilience of the human spirit. However, despite the initial promise of their union, cracks soon began to appear in Field and Griezmann's relationship, leading to their decision to part ways in 1994. The dissolution of their marriage mirrored the tumultuous nature of love in Hollywood, with its highs and lows, triumphs and tribulations. Coincidentally, the year of Field and Griezmann's divorce also marked the end of Burt Reynolds' marriage to Lonnie Anderson, a serendipitous convergence of events that underscored the interconnectedness of their lives. As Reynolds and Anderson bid farewell to their tumultuous union, Field found herself navigating the complexities of single parenthood and the challenges of rebuilding her life anew. In the aftermath of their respective divorces, both Field and Reynolds were left to ponder the roads not taken and the choices left unmade. The specter of what might have been loomed large, casting a shadow over their shared history and leaving them to grapple with the weight of regret. For Reynolds, in particular, the realization that he had sabotaged his relationship with Field served as a poignant reminder of the fragility of love and the consequences of his actions. In moments of reflection, he acknowledged that he would have done things differently if given the chance, lamenting the missed opportunity to cultivate a lasting connection with the woman he considered the love of his life. Burt Reynolds' meteoric rise to stardom in the 1970s and 1980s represented a golden era in Hollywood, a time when his name became synonymous with box office success and unparalleled charisma. With each new project, Reynolds solidified his status as one of the industry's biggest stars, effortlessly captivating audiences and commanding the silver screen with his undeniable charm and magnetism. During this illustrious period, it seemed as though Reynolds possessed the Midas touch, with virtually every project he touched turning to gold. His string of blockbuster hits dominated the box office, with 5 consecutive years seeing films in which he starred claim the top spot, a remarkable feat unmatched by any other star before or since. Reynolds' unparalleled success made him a bona fide icon of his generation, with legions of fans flocking to theaters to catch a glimpse of their favorite leading man in action. Yet, even as Reynolds basked in the glow of his unparalleled success, the winds of change were beginning to stir. Despite his reign as one of Hollywood's brightest stars, the fickle nature of the industry would soon bring challenges and setbacks that would test Reynolds' resilience and resolve. Following the dizzying heights of the 1970s and 1980s, Reynolds found himself grappling with a new reality, one marked by shifting tastes and evolving audience preferences. Despite his best efforts, he struggled to recapture the same level of stardom and box office success that had defined his earlier career. As new stars emerged and the cinematic landscape evolved, Reynolds faced an uphill battle to reclaim his status as a leading man. For Reynolds, the decline from the pinnacle of success was a bitter pill to swallow, a humbling reminder of the fleeting nature of fame and fortune. Though he continued to work steadily in the years that followed, he was never quite able to replicate the same level of acclaim and adulation that had once been his trademark. The stark contrast between Burt Reynolds' heyday as one of Hollywood's reigning stars and his subsequent struggles to find meaningful roles must have been a profound shock, an abrupt transition from the pinnacle of success to the harsh reality of obscurity. For Reynolds, who had grown accustomed to the adulation and abundance that accompanied his status as a leading man, the sudden downturn in his career trajectory must have been disorienting and disheartening. During the zenith of his career, Reynolds lived a life of opulence and excess, spending money with the same reckless abandon with which he earned it. Flush with success, he never gave much thought to the notion that his fortunes could one day dwindle. Money flowed like water for Reynolds, an endless stream that he took for granted, never imagining that the well might one day run dry. Even as he indulged in a lavish, freewheeling lifestyle, Reynolds's financial habits remained unchecked. He signed lucrative contracts and starred in blockbuster films with the confidence that his bank account would always be replenished, never anticipating the possibility of a downturn in his fortunes. Yet, as the tides of fortune shifted and Reynolds's star began to wane, he found himself confronting the harsh realities of a changing industry. Suddenly, the roles that once came so easily were few and far between, and the prospect of maintaining his extravagant lifestyle became increasingly untenable. Burt Reynolds's extravagant lifestyle during the peak of his career was emblematic of his larger-than-life persona, a flamboyant display of wealth and success that seemed to know no bounds. From his private jet to his own helicopter, Reynolds spared no expense in indulging his every whim and desire, living a life of luxury and excess that few could rival. The epitome of Reynolds's opulence was perhaps his private jet, a symbol of his status as a Hollywood heavyweight. Jet-setting around the world in unparalleled style and comfort, Reynolds spared no expense in ensuring that his every journey was a testament to his success and prestige. Yet even his private jet wasn't enough to satisfy Reynolds's appetite for extravagance, prompting him to acquire his own helicopter to ferry him to and from his airborne domain, an indulgence that spoke volumes about his larger-than-life persona. In addition to his airborne assets, Reynolds also invested heavily in real estate, amassing a portfolio that included several mansions, a ranch, and extensive land holdings. While real estate can indeed be a lucrative investment, Reynolds' penchant for spending faster than he earned eventually caught up with him. As his financial troubles mounted and his debts began to accumulate, Reynolds found himself in a precarious position, forced to liquidate the very assets that had once symbolized his success and prosperity. One by one, Reynolds was compelled to part ways with his prized properties, each sale serving as a painful reminder of his fall from grace. The mansions that had once been the envy of Hollywood were sold off, the sprawling ranch that had served as his personal retreat relinquished, and the vast expanses of land that had borne witness to his rise to stardom passed into the hands of others. Burt Reynolds' financial woes, laid bare during his tumultuous divorce from Lonnie Anderson in 1994, revealed the extent of his fiscal mismanagement and the dire straits in which he found himself. Forced to disclose his debts and assets to the court, Reynolds faced the staggering reality of over $11 million in debt, far surpassing the $6 million worth of assets he possessed. The revelation that he owed more money than he even realized underscored the gravity of his financial predicament, with creditors ranging from the IRS to his former manager and even his toupee manufacturer clamoring for repayment. Amidst the turmoil of his divorce proceedings, Reynolds embarked on a fleeting career resurgence, starring in high-profile films such as Striptease in 1996 and Boogie Nights in 1997. The latter, in particular, earned him critical acclaim and an Oscar nomination, offering a glimmer of hope in what had otherwise been a period of professional and personal turmoil. However, Reynolds' comeback proved to be short-lived, and his career once again stagnated in the years that followed. Despite sporadic successes, financial troubles continued to plague him, resulting in the loss of one of his estates due to missed payments and earning him the unfortunate designation of a California tax delinquent. In the twilight years of his life, Reynolds found himself far removed from the lavish lifestyle of his heyday, living out his remaining days on an estate in Palm Beach County. Though he was not completely destitute, the disparity between his former A-list status and his current financial reality was stark, a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of fame and fortune. Tragically, Burt Reynolds' journey came to an end on September 6, 2018, when he passed away from a heart attack at the Jupiter Medical Center in Jupiter, Florida. He was 82 years old. As the world mourned the loss of a Hollywood legend, Reynolds' legacy served as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the pitfalls of unchecked ambition and the importance of fiscal responsibility in an industry where success and failure often go hand in hand. What do you think about Burt Reynolds' collapse? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.